Hi, welcome back to Royal City Nursery. Today we are outdoors in this lovely area that is so large that every time I come back here, I forget how much land and things you have here.
There's all kinds of stuff here, and more importantly, it's time to plant.
Yes, it's time to plant. We've had mixed up conditions lately, but we're not even going to talk about the weather.
We're not.
We're taking the focus away from me, and we have something else to discuss.
We're going to get a little technical today. We're going to talk about boxwoods, boxwood alternatives, and a little itty bitty moth called a boxwood moth that is making some of our lives difficult.
We don't like that, and I also don't think that we've covered this over the last little while.
This one's new.
Oh, a new subject! Yay!
Awesome! So we're going to start with boxwood. So this is a healthy boxwood plant. Awesome. We've got a broadleaf evergreen that loves the shade. It's really good for hedging, and you don't have to do much to it, right? Really slow growing. So one of the challenges these guys are starting to have is something called a boxwood moth. And that moth, when it's in adult form, comes along, it lands in the boxwood, and then it lays eggs just at the base of the leaves. So it lays its eggs in the tips of the new growth. When those eggs hatch, it hatches into a caterpillar. Makes sense. And then the caterpillar weaves a whole bunch of webbing. So that's actually what we're looking for, because that webbing, one, helps hold the caterpillar in place, but more importantly for us too, is the sign that, hey, you've got a problem.
Oh.
So if you see a bunch of webbing in your boxwoods, so start checking them every couple of weeks just to be sure. If you see webbing, you're looking for caterpillars. And those little itty bitty caterpillars, the same color as the boxwood, so they're tricky. Tricky dudes.
They're hiding.
Yep. But they're hungry, just like teenage kids.
And me.
Yep, that too. So they are going to defoliate a boxwood this size in a couple of weeks.
What?
Hungry dudes.
Whoa.
So think teenage kids. We need to lock the fridge.
Now I see the relation here. Yes. Don't leave the cookies out.
No.
Got it.
So we need to check our boxwoods because they are rampant little dudes. If you don't have them, great, fantastic, that's exciting. But just check if you do, because if you do, then we want to look at some treatments.
Yes.
Easy one is this one. So the anti-caterpillar. Super easy,
wow,
right?
Just straightforward.
I love the name. But more importantly, this contains a product called BTK, or Bacillus thuringiensis.
That's what I was. That's what I was thinking it would be.
And you could totally spell it, right?
Yes, of course.
So it's a bacteria that actually feeds on the caterpillar itself. Totally organic.
Okay.
So it's totally safe and friendly to use. You're going to mix this in water and spray on once a month. So set your phone and do it on the 1st of the month, the 2nd of the month, whatever, right? So you're just going to do it once a month from end of May to early September, end of September or so.
Okay.
And that's if you see the caterpillar. If you don't see the caterpillar, awesome. Keep looking just to be safe.
Yep.
The other thing you want to do every once in a while, if you see the moth, and the moth is going to be the adult form. So that's a great shot of the moth there.
Look at these, just right to the point, easy graphics to understand.
Right? So the lure is really good. So this, you put a pheromone comes in a box. You put a pheromone in the top in here. So it attracts the adult moths. They get all excited because they think there's a girl moth in here. Here we are. And then they get into the trap. Once they're in the trap, they can't fly out again.
Okay.
Right. So this is a great way to detract the adults and keep those adults away from your boxwoods. Got it. Simple.
Man, we're really tricking those moths into a bad time.
We're doing it, right? No more first dates.
Yes, no, of course not.
You've got some boxwoods, you've got a lot of damage on your boxwoods, you don't want to treat, what do? We've got some great alternatives for boxwoods too. Okay. So we can take a quick peek at that.
Yeah.
If we've got sun to full shade, you could do a dense hue, which is down at the bottom.
A dense hue?
U, Y-E-W.
Oh, I like it. Dense hue.
Yeah, hey you.
Hey you.
That's
Love
the
it.
one.
I'll take that one.
Red berries in the fall. Birds don't like the berries, which is awesome, so then we get the berries.
Beautiful.
We don't like to eat the berries, but we like to look at the berries.
Okay, just for an aesthetic. Pleasure. Okay.
We've got some barberries up here. You get some red leaf or some green leaf barberries, or yellow leaf rather. And these are full sun loving, 6 hours of sun or more. Okay. If we keep going down the line, yes, we've got some perennial sedums. Beautiful little guys. These guys get rust-colored flowers in autumn, again full sun, but they're succulent, so they love drought. Great beside a driveway. Shovel all the snow and crap on you want in the winter, and they don't care.
Love it.
There's some spireas, And then the new one for us this year is the inkberry hollies, these ones here. So whether you've got gembox, you've got shamrock, which is the one on the end, or who are you? I don't know who you are. There's 3 or 4 of them. Squeeze box, there we go. She's important. These guys are really nice because they look like boxwoods.
Yeah.
But because they're technically hollies, they're not in the same family, so the caterpillars don't like them.
Good, so that's a little bit safer route.
Yes, so full shade, they'll perform like a boxwood, but they need shelter. So these, just like a boxwood, don't like salt, and they don't like to be exposed.
Got it.
So you got options.
We got tons of options,
Yes.
and I will say that this is our situation of us luring people with the moth, although instead of disappointing you with having nothing there, there's everything here.
There's lots of stuff.
And we love that. Thanks, friend.